So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. And this isn't even going to be close, partner. The opening kickoff fails to reach the landing zone, so they're going to have to defend from the 40 to begin this game. Going right side, Harris with it. He's contained at the line for no gain. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. Wilson now off the play action. He rolls to his right. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. This is ahead for about 5. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And this one doesn't go far. Working quickly here. 4th down, Wilson throwing. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Komet brings it in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Swift gets it on the option. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Here we go. Go!
They'll run with Johnson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
A loss of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment.
Got it. Ready?
We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They're hoping to convert here on 2nd and goal. Running with Swift out of the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson takes it away. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Russ now from the gun. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Throw secured by George Pickett. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's 16 on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
19. 14, got it.
First down, here's Russ. It's Pickens on the slant. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. This is Harris on second down. Still going past the 40. And he gets this down to the 38. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, it's Wilson. Throw complete to Williams. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. On play action now, Wilson. He sends this one to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Wilson on third down. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was... and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
12.
Sticking in the air with Wilson. Caught by Freiermuth. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Front left. Four down.
Russ is cooking again. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Good job right there.
Throwing again, here's Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. This ball's cut by Pickens. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Run it. Check 50. Hey, 0.
From the red zone now. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. George Pickens, the intended target. And it sets up 2nd down. Now Wilson on the play fake. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Read and react. Gotta read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you gotta react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
It's no good. Oh, his aim was up on that shorty, Brock, and it hits the right upright. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Yep, as expected. They go to the ground to start this one off. And he could not break beyond the line, so that's how our half's gonna end. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Steelers have it, headed the other way. And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers take the lead right away in half number 2. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy. A unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Tyler Scott now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
Here's Swift to start the drive. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Go.
3rd down. Here's Williams. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. They run the counter with Swift. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Ready up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Steelers' 30.
To throw is Williams. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and goal, Swift. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Come on, set.
Again, it's going to be Swift. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw it. Has it in close. And in for the Chicago touchdown. So now the Bears getting set. Big moment coming as they go for 2.
Here we go, set.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. All right, now another opportunity to convert this 2-point try.
Let's go. Ready?
He's throwing for it. And he makes the catch, and just like that, we're right back even at 8 apiece. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Has this at the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Ross off the play fake. Completed here to Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning for them to use, Brock. Here's first and 10.
Go, go, go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Go, go, go. Right.
Wilson now from the gun. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the defense has come through. They're in the end zone, and that gives them the lead. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They've got a man in motion. Setting up to pass. That throw finds Pickens. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. It's taken in by Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. First down, ball at the 36.
Let's go double count right here. Quick. Run left, run left. Look left. Right.
Back to throw. Austin's there to haul it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Trying to push it deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Man in motion here. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Kevin Byard comes up with it. play, Brock. That play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone.